We all know that narcissistic abuse has dire effects on our mental health, also our emotional health. But how does it affect us physiologically? What are the strains that it has on our body, and what things you can do to recognize the symptoms? Watch this video because this is exactly what I'm going to be talking about. Hello and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we're talking about how narcissistic abuse affects you physiologically, basically how it affects your body and what health implications narcissistic abuse has on you. The thing is, it's not always visible at the time that we are in these types of relationships. It's only after that we realize what strain this has caused on our bodies. But don't worry, my friends, even though you realize or you recognize some of the symptoms that are mentioned in this video, there is ways that you can overcome this and get yourself better. So in this video, I'm going to basically be talking about how to spot the signs of narcissistic abuse, but also what in particular and what issues narcissistic abuse can cause to you. But my friends, before I do, I just want to mention that I do go live on this channel once a week. And if you're interested in joining, because it's great, like we talk about a whole host of things, and usually once a month we do host Q&As. So if there is any questions or there's something that's on your mind, I would say come along. What have you got to lose? It's absolutely free for you to join the live stream. We've got a great community vibe that's going alongside the live stream as well. So if you're interested in joining, please see the link below, but also do check back on the community tab because I post more information on there. Okay, so I kind of wanted to split this video in two parts because I wanted to kind of highlight, if you're new to here and you are trying to kind of work out whether you are going through narcissistic abuse or whether your body is feeling the strains of narcissistic abuse, I want to kind of cover what happens to our health, basically, like how our body suffers from narcissistic abuse. So first of all, what I do want to mention is that there is this constant criticism where you often experience relentless criticism, blame, belittlement from the narcissist. They are made to make you feel inadequate and worthless, and this leads to a severe blow to your own self-esteem. And let's not mention the gaslighting as well, which frequently happens, and this involves distorting your reality to make you doubt your own perceptions, your memories, and your sanity. And this, my friends, this on a psychological level leads to confusion and self-doubt. There is the aspect of manipulation and control. So narcissists use manipulation tactics such as guilt tripping, threats, emotional blackmail to maintain control over you. They isolate you from your friends, from your family, and this maintains the dominance over you. And what you find, my friends, is that this is an emotional roller coaster. You experience this tumultuous emotional ride with frequent mood swings in your relationship. And the narcissist will switch between love bombing, which is excessive affection, and the devaluation, which degrades you and it's demeaning. And it's basically to keep you off balance. Okay, so you're not really kind of connecting to yourself, understanding you. This just keeps you completely emotionally off balance. Added to the fact that there is a lack of empathy. This is where the narcissist lacks empathy and cannot truly understand or care about your feelings or your needs. This then leads to emotional neglect. And do you know what? This is so distressing for you as a victim. It is so hard to kind of regulate your own emotions. Then added to that, we've got the projection, which narcissists often project their own faults and insecurities onto you, making it seem like you are the one with the issues, with the problems. This then leads to low self-worth, where narcissistic abuse may develop feelings of extreme self-doubt, depression, yes, anxiety, and a diminished sense of self-worth. Like, this is so awful. Okay, so in this part of the video, I really want to look at the physical signs or the physiological signs that your body will go through or will experience within narcissistic abuse. What we have to remember is that narcissistic abuse is not just emotionally and psychologically damaging. It also takes a toll on your physical health with the constant stress, anxiety, and trauma associated with being involved or in a relationship with a narcissist. This can have profound effects on your health and your well-being. Not only are we going to look at this in a relationship aspect, but I really want to look at this in a family dynamic as well. And so what this will cause, okay, the main thing that it will cause is this chronic stress. Living with a narcissist is a constant source of stress. The emotional roller coaster of dealing with their manipulative behaviors, the gaslighting, the unpredictability, which leads to chronic stress. And so what happens when you've got prolonged exposure to stress hormones like cortisol, this can weaken your immune system, making you more vulnerable to illness. Because if your immune system is compromised, this makes it very much easier for you to be able to contract any diseases, anything that's going on around you within the environment. So this is an example of how your body is not functioning at optimal level. This also leads to anxiety and depression on a mental health level. Narcissistic abuse often leads to heightened levels of anxiety and depression. You've got that constant criticism, the belittling, and the emotional manipulation, which basically what happens is it erodes your self-esteem, your self-worth, which contributes to mental health issues. You've also got to understand that when you're experiencing anxiety and depression, okay, this leads to physical symptoms as well, like adrenal fatigue, the overstimulation, the compromise of your nervous system, headaches, and also complex PTSD. So you see, when you have anxiety and depression, these also lead to physical symptoms like insomnia, adrenal fatigue, the compromise of your nervous system, and also to headaches. Now, this is because of that prolonged or above average levels of cortisol within your body. Remember, the cortisol will flow around your body, okay, and this is in your bloodstream, added to the fact you've got adrenaline, which is going on alongside the cortisol. And this has dire effects on your organs. It overstrains them, so they're not functioning the way that they should be. It's compromising your immune system, and it's leading to these health issues that go alongside this. You've also got to understand that when you've got heightened levels of cortisol, this causes irregularity within your heartbeat as well. You get heart palpitations. Added to the fact, anxiety also exacerbates the heart condition. Now think about it, when this is going on for a longer amount of time, this is going to cause negative effects on your heart, your heart strain. This could lead to heart attacks. And because of the compromisation of your immune system, think about the higher levels of cortisol. This is going to cause irritable bowel syndrome. This is going to cause gastrointestinal issues because your body can't function at this level. And because of this as well, it's added to the fact that you've got complex PTSD. And many survivors of narcissistic abuse develop this condition. And this is characterized by symptoms of, you've got flashbacks, emotional dysregulation, dissociation, hypervigilance. This can also manifest in physical symptoms, including chronic pain, gastrointestinal issues, and autoimmune diseases. So let's look at these gastrointestinal problems. Stress and anxiety resulting from narcissistic abuse can lead to this. So you've got irritable bowel syndrome. The gut-brain connection means that the emotional stress can manifest physically in your digestive system. This then leads to sleep disturbances. You often will struggle with sleep disturbances such as insomnia or frequent nightmares, flashbacks. And poor sleep will also weaken your immune system. It will impair your cognitive function and exacerbate mental health issues. And I have to add this in as well, because being able or having to cope with narcissistic abuse You might even get addicted to substances, and this leads to substance abuse. Some of you will turn to drugs or alcohol to cope, to deal with the emotional pain that is caused by narcissistic abuse. And substance abuse can lead to a whole host of health problems, including addiction, liver damage, a compromised immune system. Then let's talk about the increased risk of cardiovascular disease. Chronic stress is a known factor in cardiovascular disease. The constant emotional turmoil that is associated with narcissistic abuse can lead to high blood pressure, heart problems, and an increased risk of heart attacks or stroke. Can you see how this is all piling up and how this all goes in a cycle? You've got the weakened immune system. So stress that is associated with narcissistic abuse can weaken your immune system, making you more susceptible to infections and illnesses. Chronic stress can also slow down wounding healing and impair your body's ability to fight off diseases. Added to the fact, there's also weight fluctuations. So many of you may experience significant weight fluctuations due to stress-induced changes in appetite and eating habits. Weight gain or weight loss can have various health implications, including metabolic disorders and hormonal imbalances. You've also got the fact that it can lead to emotional eating. So this is trying to cope with emotional pain that is caused by narcissistic abuse. And some people might even resort to emotional eating, which leads to unhealthy dietary choices. And this results in weight gain and nutrition deficiencies and health-related issues. This has an effect on so many levels. You've also got the deterioration of your self-care. You don't continue to care about yourself. You might neglect your self-care practices, such as regular exercise and poor nutrition, due to the emotional turmoil that you're experiencing. This also leads to a decline in overall physiological health. Recognizing the physical toll of narcissistic abuse is essential for you. You need to seek help and prioritize your own health and your own well-being. This is how narcissistic abuse affects you on a whole level. Like, it's the mind and body connection. It really affects the way that you think, really affects the way that you are with yourself. And it's not your fault, but putting these thoughts, putting this information out there can really help you to take control of your healing, to understand how narcissistic abuse really affects you. If you are someone that is going through this and finds it very difficult to be able to manage this and understand this, please know that I do offer one-to-one support. Please see the description box below. I've also got a journal club and a mentorship, which I post in there every single Monday. And if you're interested in joining, please see the details in the description box. I've also got a Discord server, which is absolutely free for you to join. It is a community of like-minded individuals, people who might be going through the same things that you are. And if you're interested in joining, I would say click the link below in the description box, which will take you straight there. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this video helps. See you in the next one.